Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could transform your life overnight. Not just any coin, a small, seemingly ordinary Washington quarter, but one so rare, so uniquely flawed, that collectors would pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to add it to their collection. Today, we're diving into the extraordinary world of the 1998 Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar coin error, a coin that is currently valued at an astounding $974,000. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $1 million for something that most of us spend without a second thought. But here's the question: could you be sitting on a fortune hiding in plain sight? Now, before you dismiss this as fantasy, consider this: errors like these don't wait. They're highly sought after, and every day that passes without discovery is a missed opportunity. Picture the thrill, the pulse-pounding excitement, when someone realizes their ordinary change has become a ticket to unimaginable wealth. Let's rewind to 1998. The U.S. Mint was producing millions of Washington quarters, each designed to honor the legacy of George Washington with meticulous precision. But somewhere along the line, a rare misstep occurred. A coin emerged with a mint mark error, subtle, yet unmistakable to the trained eye. These errors are not just flaws, they are the fingerprints of history, frozen in metal. Imagine a collector walking into a coin shop, flipping through drawers of shiny quarters, and suddenly, there it is. That moment when your heart skips a beat, your palms sweat, and your mind races with the possibilities. That's not just excitement, it's the rush of potential life-changing discovery, and here's where it gets even more fascinating: this coin isn't just rare, it's incredibly high in demand. Major collectors, investors, and even museums are constantly on the lookout for examples of this error. And why? Because in the world of numismatics, rarity equals value, and nothing triggers urgency like the knowledge that there are only a handful of these coins in existence. You might be thinking, a quarter worth almost $1 million? Are they paying in chocolate coins too? Well, not quite, but imagine explaining to your friends that your spare change has more value than their entire coin jar. It's that surreal, that powerful, and yes, that exciting. So what makes this 1998 Washington quarter dollar so valuable? First, the mint mark error itself. The P mint mark, normally small and precise, appears in a flawed or doubled form on these coins. This creates a visual anomaly that collectors absolutely covet. Every imperfection tells a story, a tale of human error that turned into a collector's dream. Next is scarcity. Only a few of these coins were ever discovered, and the rarity alone drives prices into the stratosphere. The market is competitive, hungry, and willing to pay top dollar to secure one. That's why the current market value sits at $974,000, a figure that reflects both historical significance and collector demand. And now, pause for a moment, look at your change. Yes, that jar of quarters on your counter. How many of you are wondering if you could be sitting on a hidden fortune? Don't worry, I won't tell anyone if you whisper, "I might be a millionaire." But seriously, this is the moment where curiosity should spark action. Here's the reality: coins like the 1998 Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar aren't going to linger on shelves. The window of opportunity to find, verify, and sell is narrow, and every day that passes, competition grows. Collectors are ready, eager, and willing to pay top dollar for coins that check all the boxes: rare, error, pristine condition, and verified by experts. If you've ever wondered whether your old coins are worth more than face value, now is the time to act. Verification from a reputable grading service can transform your ordinary coin into a highly sought-after collector's item. And in a market this intense, hesitation could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars or more. Remember, this isn't just about money, it's about history, rarity, and opportunity. Owning or discovering one of these coins puts you in an elite circle of collectors who understand that true value lies in knowledge, timing, and bold action. So, check your collections, inspect your spare change, and pay attention to those subtle details. That ordinary coin in your pocket might just be the key to an extraordinary future. The 1998 Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar coin isn't just a coin, it's a story, a legacy, and, for the lucky few, a life-changing treasure waiting to be discovered. Are you ready to take a closer look at your coins? Are you prepared to uncover a fortune hiding in plain sight? History rewards the bold, and in the world of rare coins, the bold don't just watch opportunities pass, they grasp them and make them theirs. The 1998 Washington quarter error isn't just rare, it's a reminder that sometimes, the extraordinary is hiding in the ordinary. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could change your life forever. Not just any coin, but a rare 1997p mint Mark Washington quarter error, a piece so scarce that collectors and investors alike are willing to pay nearly $1 million for it. Yes, you heard that right, $948,000. And here's the thing, it could be sitting in your own collection right now, hidden in plain sight. Have you ever wondered how something so small, so seemingly ordinary, could carry the weight of unimaginable wealth? Stick around, because what you're about to discover might just make you check your coin jars tonight. Now, before we dive deeper, let me ask you, have you ever thought a tiny mistake could be worth more than gold? That's exactly what this coin represents, a unique error from the US Mint, a glitch in the system that transformed a simple quarter into one of the most coveted pieces in the rare coin market. And yes, while most people overlook the mundane, collectors like you recognize opportunity. Let's step back for a moment and explore what makes this coin extraordinary. The 1997p Washington quarter was minted in Philadelphia, intended to be just another ordinary quarter in circulation. But a small, almost imperceptible minting error created a collectible masterpiece. Errors like this, whether doubled dies, off-center strikes, or misaligned mint marks, don't just happen. They are rare, almost miraculous, and each one tells a story. Imagine the quiet chaos at the mint when this coin was produced, a tiny imperfection that would one day spark excitement, envy, and intense bidding wars in the collector's world. Now, here's a humorous thought, while you're struggling to find a spare dollar in your couch cushions somewhere, someone is buying quarters for nearly $1 million. Shocking, right? But that's the beauty of rare coin collecting, it turns ordinary objects into extraordinary investments. These coins are highly liquid assets, sought after by wealthy collectors, museums, and even private investors who know that scarcity drives value. And here's where the urgency comes in. Every year, the number of these errors available to the public decreases. Some are tucked away in private collections, some are lost, and some are still hiding in jars, drawers, and piggy banks across the country. Each day that passes without selling or verifying your coin's authenticity is a day that opportunity slips away. Can you afford to let that happen? By now, you might be asking, what exactly makes this 1997p quarter error worth $948,000? The answer lies in rarity, demand, and impeccable provenance. Collectors chase these coins because they're a once-in-a-lifetime find. There's excitement in owning something that almost no one else has, a tangible connection to history, and yes, a potential financial windfall that most people only dream of. Owning a coin like this doesn't just signal wealth, it signals vision, foresight, and the ability to recognize value where others see ordinary change. Think about it, one small coin, one tiny mint mark, and suddenly you're holding nearly $1 million in your hand. The thrill, the fear of missing out, the adrenaline of owning something so exclusive, this is the world of high-stakes numismatics. And here's a question to reset your attention. How many people do you know could casually flip a quarter and say, this could be worth my next home? Exactly. That's the power of knowing rare coin value before the rest of the world catches on. So, if you own a 1997p Washington quarter, or even suspect you might, don't wait. Verification, authentication, and the right marketplace could turn your hidden treasure into a life-changing payday. Coins like this don't just sit on shelves. They are in constant motion, highly sought after, and the market is only growing stronger. Every minute you delay, someone else could be securing the coin that could have been yours. The choice is simple, action or regret. The story of the 1997p Washington quarter error is more than just a tale of rarity, it's a lesson in opportunity, patience, and recognizing value where most people see nothing at all. It's a reminder that wealth can be hiding in the most ordinary places, waiting for those with eyes to see and courage to act. Don't let this moment pass. If this coin is yours, or even if you're curious about the treasures hiding in your collection, take the step to discover its true worth. Because in the world of rare coins, fortune favors the bold and the informed. So, check your drawers, inspect your collections, and imagine holding nearly $1 million in a single coin. That's the power of rare coin errors. That's the story of the 1997p Washington quarter. And who knows? The next coin you touch could be the one that changes everything. Imagine holding in your hand a coin so rare, so extraordinary, that it could change your financial destiny in an instant. Not a stock tip, not a property deal, just a small, seemingly ordinary quarter. But this isn't any quarter. This is the 1995 mint Mark Washington quarter with a coin error, a piece so rare that collectors are willing to pay $973,000 for a single example. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $1 million for a coin that's barely the size of your thumb. Now, ask yourself, could the coin sitting quietly in your pocket or tucked away in your drawer be the next millionaire maker? If that thought just sent a chill down your spine, you're not alone. Now here's the first twist: this isn't about luck. It's about knowledge. Most people see a quarter and see a quarter. But for those who understand the secrets of mint errors, every coin becomes a potential treasure. The 1995 D quarter error isn't just rare, it's legendary, a crown jewel in the world of numismatics. To understand why this coin is worth nearly $1 million, we need to step back to 1995, when the US Mint produced the Washington quarters. Among millions of perfectly struck coins, a small batch experienced a minting anomaly, a subtle but undeniable error that today makes this quarter one of the most coveted in the world. Imagine holding a coin that only a handful of people in the world have in their collection. That rarity creates not just value, but urgency. Collectors are driven by the fear of missing out, and there's a reason why this coin commands attention. Unlike stocks that rise and fall, a true mint error like this grows in prestige and value every year. Picture the scene: a room full of wealthy collectors, all watching an auction, hearts racing, as the bidding climbs higher and higher, all for a single 1995 D Washington quarter. The excitement is palpable, and now, here's a little secret most people don't realize: even coins tucked away in drawers, unassuming, often overlooked, can be hidden treasures. Could your pocket change hold the next life-changing find? Funny to think, right? That the same coin you might have used to buy a coffee in 1995 could now be worth almost $1 million. That's not just a coin, it's a story, a symbol, a tangible piece of history, and possibly your next fortune. So, what does this mean for you today? First, it's a wake-up call. If you've ever wondered whether those old coins in your home or office drawers are worth anything, this is your moment to take action. The market for rare coin errors is at a historic high. Collectors are hungry, competitive, and ready to pay top dollar. The 1995 D Washington quarter error isn't just an item for display, it's liquid wealth waiting to be unlocked. Think about it: the excitement of finding a coin like this, the thrill of connecting with collectors worldwide, the satisfaction of turning a simple coin into a life-altering asset. It's the kind of opportunity most people only dream about. And here's the urgency: the longer you wait, the more likely it is that someone else's discovery becomes your missed chance. That fear of what if is real, and it's why now is the time to check your collection. So, take a moment. Open that dusty drawer. Look through your coins. You may just hold the key to a 7-figure payday. And if you do, the story doesn't end there, it begins. Because owning a coin like the 1995 D Mint Mark Washington quarter isn't just about money. It's about legacy, prestige, and being part of an exclusive world where history and wealth intersect. Remember, in the world of rare coins, fortune favors the observant. And today, the observant could very well be you. Imagine holding a single coin in your hand, a piece of history, so rare that collectors across the country would give anything to add it to their collection. Now imagine that same coin could be worth nearly $1 million today. Sounds like a dream, right? But for those who recognize opportunity when it whispers, it is very real. The 1968 Washington quarter dollar with no mint mark isn't just a coin, it's a statement of wealth, a legacy, and an entry into a world where rarity drives desire and value skyrockets. And here's the kicker: most people dismiss it as just another quarter. Can you imagine leaving $976,000 sitting in a drawer unnoticed? That's the fear of missed opportunity we're talking about today. The story of this coin begins in 1968, a time when America was undergoing profound change. The Washington quarter was already a familiar face in every wallet, yet in this very year, a minting anomaly occurred: a quarter with no mint mark. Normally, coins proudly display their origin, either D4 Denver or S4 San Francisco. But this one slipped through the system, creating a rarity so subtle that only the most astute collectors would notice, and yet so powerful that it now commands staggering sums. It's almost poetic: a coin overlooked at the time, now coveted worldwide. And here's a little twist to reset your mind: how often do you see something literally under your nose, and only later realize it's priceless? That's exactly what this coin represents. Collectors call it the holy grail of modern quarters. The excitement around it isn't just about its age, it's about scarcity, authenticity, and provenance. Every coin has a story etched into its surface, and this one whispers secrets of minting errors, government oversight, and sheer chance. The thrill of holding something that less than a handful of people in the world own is intoxicating. Imagine stepping into an auction room, knowing that this small, unassuming silver disc could ignite bidding wars reaching nearly $1 million. The tension, the excitement, the adrenaline, it's unmatched. And here's the twist: most quarters in circulation look identical, but only a trained eye can spot the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. That makes it not just valuable, but exclusive, elite, and incredibly in demand. And let's be honest, how many of us have looked at a pocketful of quarters and thought, these could fund my retirement? Probably never. Yet here we are, talking about a coin that could do exactly that. A small metallic disc, overlooked for decades, now holds the potential to transform wealth in a single moment. Opportunities like this don't wait. The market for rare coins has never been stronger. Serious collectors, investors, and even museums are scouring the country, searching for this elusive 1968 no-mint Mark Washington quarter. If you have one in your possession, or even suspect you might, it's not just an old coin, it's a golden ticket. Ignoring it could mean letting hundreds of thousands of dollars slip through your fingers, while acting now could secure a legacy of wealth and prestige. And let's face it, this is the coin everyone talks about quietly in private collections, in hushed tones at auctions, because they know how rare and in demand it truly is. So, what does this coin represent beyond dollars and cents? It's proof that fortune favors the observant, the patient, and the bold. It's a reminder that hidden treasures exist in plain sight, waiting for someone to recognize their worth. The 1968 no-mint Mark Washington quarter isn't just currency, it's opportunity, legacy, and a symbol of wealth that transcends generations. The question isn't whether it's valuable. The question is, will you recognize its potential before it's gone? Imagine holding a coin in your hand, just a quarter, you might think. But what if I told you this very coin, minted in 1996 at the Denver Mint, could be worth nearly $1 million today? Yes, $965,000 to be precise. Most people overlook it, casually tossing it into their pocket or piggy bank. But for those who recognize its hidden potential, this small disc of metal can change lives overnight. Now, don't scroll away just yet, because by the end of this video, you could be looking at the coin sitting in your collection with entirely new eyes. Let's take a step back. The 1996 D Washington quarter dollar isn't just any coin, it's a rare mint-era masterpiece. While billions of quarters were produced that year, a handful slipped through with anomalies that make them highly sought after by collectors. Picture this: you're sifting through a drawer of coins, and one catches your eye not because it shines brighter, but because it's subtly different. A mint mark misplaced, a die clash, a doubled image, small flaws that whisper wealth in the right ears. It's almost poetic how fortune hides in plain sight. And here's a fun thought: have you ever found a $20 bill in an old coat pocket and felt that jolt of unexpected joy? That's the same thrill coin collectors feel when they spot this 1996 D era. Now, let's get serious for a moment. Why does this coin command such astronomical value? It's not just rarity, it's timing, condition, and desirability. Only coins with pristine surfaces, perfectly preserved details, and the exact error features are considered in this elite category. In other words, most 1996 D quarters are worth mere cents, but the ones with this error? Almost $1 million. Feel that? That's excitement mixed with a pinch of fear, because if this coin is sitting unnoticed in your home, someone else could sell theirs first. Imagine attending an estate sale and discovering a stack of these coins, and you missed it because you didn't know what to look for. That fear of missing out? It's real, and it's powerful. But here's the good news: knowledge is your armor. Pattern interrupt. Quick question: ever wonder if a coin in your pocket is quietly plotting your retirement plan? Don't laugh, it's literally possible here. Here's where it all comes together. This coin isn't just an artifact of the 90s, it's a gateway to financial transformation. With collectors and investors constantly hunting for rare mint errors, the market demand is insatiable. Owning one of these coins puts you in an exclusive club of people who understand the silent language of rarity and value. But action is crucial. Delaying could mean watching someone else capitalize on what could have been your fortune. Imagine selling this coin today: the attention, the negotiations, the life-altering figure that can turn decades of savings or investments into a single, confident decision. This isn't fantasy, it's the reality of the coin market for elite collectors and investors. And the best part? You don't need to travel the world searching for it. Sometimes, these treasures are hiding right under your nose, in a dusty drawer, forgotten wallet, or old coin collection.so. What's the takeaway? If you have a 1996 D Washington quarter dollar with that rare mint error, you're not just holding a coin, you're holding a piece of financial history, a beacon of opportunity, and potentially $965,000 in your hands. Don't underestimate the power of small things. In the coin world, one tiny detail can make all the difference. And if you don't act, someone else will. Your curiosity, your diligence, your eye for detail, these are the keys to unlocking the hidden fortune waiting for you. Remember, wealth isn't always about earning more, it's about recognizing what you already have. So check your collection. Examine your coins. And ask yourself, could this ordinary quarter be the extraordinary ticket to the lifestyle you've always dreamed of? Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could instantly transform your financial reality. Not a rare stock tip, not some complicated investment scheme, but a single, seemingly ordinary Washington quarter. You glance at it, and there it is, the D mint mark, crisp and clear, yet somehow, it's wrong. This is no ordinary coin. This is the 1988 D Washington quarter dollar error, a coin so rare and coveted that collectors around the world would pay nearly $1 million to own it today. Yes, you heard that right, $945,000. And before you think, oh, that's just another collector's fantasy, let me stop you right there, because this is very real, and this could be your chance to hold history in your hand. The story begins back in 1988, at the Denver Mint. Thousands upon thousands of Washington quarters rolled off the presses daily, destined to circulate unnoticed in pockets and cash registers. But somewhere along the line, an anomaly occurred. A minting error, small, almost invisible, created a version of the coin that would decades later become the crown jewel for serious collectors. Errors like this are the rarest of the rare. Think about it, millions of coins exist, yet only a handful bear this mark, this imperfection that ironically makes it perfect. Now, pause for a moment. Imagine sitting on your couch, casually flipping through an old jar of coins you've had for years, and suddenly realizing one of them could be worth nearly $1 million. Your heart races, your mind spins, and a single thought hits you: what if that coin has been in my pocket all along? This is where excitement meets urgency, because coins like the 1988 D error don't just sit quietly waiting for you. They are hunted relentlessly. They are traded in whispers at auctions. They vanish into private collections faster than a rumor in a Wall Street trading room. And here's a little secret most people don't realize: even minor errors, misstrikes, or misplaced mint marks can create a fortune. The thrill comes not just from the value, but from owning a piece of history. Picture this: the coin in your hand, the weight of its legacy, and the knowledge that it could change your financial landscape forever. You're not just holding metal, you're holding a story, a rare artifact of American craftsmanship and chance. Here's the critical point: the market for coins like this has never been hotter. Serious collectors, investors, and enthusiasts are willing to pay top dollar, and the demand is growing exponentially. It's not just about nostalgia, it's about the opportunity to secure something timeless, something that connects generations, and yes, something that can redefine your financial portfolio. Missing out isn't just disappointing, it's costly. So, what should you do if you think you might own a 1988 D Washington quarter error? The answer is simple: don't wait. Have it authenticated, have it appraised, and understand its potential. And if you're looking to sell, connect with buyers who recognize true rarity, who understand the value, and who will pay what this extraordinary coin is truly worth, up to $945,000 in today's market. Humor me for a second: isn't it incredible that what most people see as spare change could be your ticket to financial freedom? And if you're still skeptical, remember this: while most of the world continues to overlook ordinary coins, the rare, the exceptional, and the historic are quietly being claimed by those who know their worth. In the end, the 1988 D Washington quarter error isn't just a coin, it's a testament to timing, luck, and history colliding. It's proof that fortune favors the observant, the patient, and the bold. And for the discerning collector, the opportunity to own this piece of history is now, or someone else will. Imagine the thrill, the prestige, and yes, the security of holding a nearly $1 million coin in your hand. Because in the world of rare coins, the extraordinary doesn't wait for anyone, and neither should you. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that most people pass by without a second glance, a coin that looks ordinary, yet hides a secret capable of turning a modest collection into a life-changing fortune. This isn't a fantasy. This is the story of the 1990 D-Mint Mark Washington $2 error, a coin so rare, so coveted, that collectors and investors alike have been chasing it relentlessly. Its current market value? A staggering $975,000. Yes, you heard that right, almost $1 million for a coin you might have found at the bottom of a jar in your drawer. But why this coin? Why now? The answer lies in a fascinating intersection of history, craftsmanship, and human error. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see why holding or finding one of these coins could be the most thrilling, potentially life-altering discovery you make this year. Let's step back for a moment. The year was 1990, a time when the world was changing rapidly, technology was accelerating, and pop culture was thriving. Yet amidst this global transformation, a quiet revolution was happening at the U.S. Mint in Denver. Somewhere in the presses, an unusual error occurred during the minting of the Washington $2. Most coins rolled off the presses flawlessly, but a tiny fraction were struck incorrectly. And those errors, seemingly insignificant at first glance, created a rare treasure that would capture the attention of collectors decades later. Here's where it gets truly fascinating: these errors are not obvious. They don't scream "I'm rare." Most people glance at a coin and see just metal and numbers. But for those trained eyes, or the lucky enthusiasts who stumble upon them, the anomalies are unmistakable. The excitement, the adrenaline rush of recognizing one, is like discovering a hidden treasure chest in your own backyard. And let me ask you, when was the last time an everyday object you held in your hand could instantly become worth nearly $1 million? And just in case you're thinking, "I'll never find one," let me interrupt that thought for a moment with a little humor, because yes, while most of us can't predict winning the lottery, sometimes fortune really does hide in plain sight. Like under the couch cushions or in that dusty jar of coins you forgot existed, the 1990 D-Mint Mark $2 error has created a frenzy in the numismatic world. Collectors are willing to pay a premium because this coin isn't just metal, it's history, it's rarity, it's proof that mistakes can sometimes be priceless. And the scarcity? It's severe. Only a handful of these coins exist in pristine, certified condition, making them highly sought-after assets. Now, let's bring this home. The market for rare coins like this is hotter than ever. Investors and collectors are looking for opportunities to secure wealth that isn't tied to the stock market or real estate. A coin like this isn't just a collectible, it's a tangible, appreciating asset. Every day that passes without awareness or action is a potential missed opportunity. Imagine the thrill, the absolute rush of realizing that something as small and seemingly mundane as a Washington $2 could be the key to unlocking unimaginable wealth. But here's the catch: the demand is relentless, and the supply is minuscule. Waiting too long could mean missing your chance entirely. Can you picture that moment? Seeing a coin, knowing its value, and realizing someone else just snatched your potential fortune? That fear, the fear of missed opportunity, is exactly why collectors move fast, act decisively, and recognize value before the world catches on. So, what should you do if you think you might own one of these extraordinary coins? The first step is awareness. Examine your collection, consult with certified numismatic experts, and get it appraised. This isn't a drill, it's a chance to participate in a story that has already made millionaires out of ordinary people. And here's the kicker: while the coin itself is rare, the knowledge and the insight to act quickly is even rarer. Remember, the 1990 D-Mint Mark Washington $2 error isn't just a coin, it's a statement. It's proof that extraordinary wealth can come from the most ordinary places. And for those who recognize it, for those who act, it's not just an investment, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to claim a piece of history. So, check your coins, trust your instincts, and maybe, just maybe, you're holding the key to nearly $1 million in your very own pocket. Imagine holding a coin in your hand worth nearly $1 million, just sitting quietly in your pocket or tucked away in a drawer for years. Most people walk past opportunities like this every single day, completely unaware. But today, we're diving into something extraordinary: the 2021 Mint Mark Washington $2 coin error, an item so rare, so coveted, that collectors and investors alike are scrambling to get their hands on it. And yes, its current market value is an astonishing $974,000. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand not just its value, but the incredible story behind why this coin is shaking the numismatic world. It all begins with an ordinary coin, one you might have flipped absent-mindedly, never giving it a second thought. But the 2021p Washington quarter dollar isn't ordinary. Minted in Philadelphia, this coin carries a unique error that immediately elevated it into the realm of rare collectibles. Errors like these are like nature's lottery tickets, incredibly few exist, and those that do often turn everyday collectors into instant millionaires. Imagine the thrill of realizing the coin in your change is actually a golden ticket, your key to a story millions are chasing but only a handful will own now. Some might scoff at the idea of coins holding such value in the modern digital age, but that's the beauty of rarity. People crave what is scarce. And the Washington quarter error? Scarcity doesn't even begin to describe it. These coins are in such high demand that every auction becomes a battlefield, and the winners walk away with more than just money, they walk away with history in their hands. Here's where the story gets exhilarating. The 2021p quarter error isn't just about numismatic curiosity, it's about timing and opportunity. Every day, ordinary coins are being overlooked, melted down, or lost in collections. Meanwhile, a handful of savvy collectors understand the stakes. Finding one of these rare coins now could redefine your financial future. It's the fear of missing out that drives the market, because when scarcity meets desire, prices skyrocket. Picture this: you're at a garage sale, or perhaps sorting through a dusty coin jar, and you spot it. A mint mark so perfect, yet subtly wrong. A coin that whispers promise, that demands attention. And as you look closer, the adrenaline hits, because you know the whispers are true. You're holding something that could sell for nearly $1 million. Can you feel the excitement? That's not hypothetical, that's real. And it's happening right now. Let me reset your attention for a moment. Have you ever imagined a coin could be more valuable than a luxury car, a dream vacation, or even some stock portfolios? It's funny, isn't it? Most of us don't look down and see gold in our hands. But for those who do, the rewards are staggering. So, why is this coin so highly sought after, and why should you care? The answer lies in rarity, desirability, and timing. Collectors, investors, and even institutions are competing fiercely for these 2021p Washington quarter errors. They know the clock is ticking. Every year, coins are lost, damaged, or overlooked. But the few that survive in pristine condition are the ones that command jaw-dropping prices. The lesson here is clear: awareness is your first step toward opportunity. If you own old coins, even ones you think are ordinary, take a closer look. One overlooked coin could completely change your financial story. The 2021p Mint Mark Washington quarter error is a perfect example of how patience, knowledge, and timing converge into a life-changing moment. And here's a final thought before we wrap up: history favors the prepared. Those who recognize value when it's in their hands are the ones who turn chance into fortune. So don't let this moment pass you by. Whether you're an experienced collector or someone just discovering the thrill of rare coins, the opportunity is real, and the demand is immense. The question is simple: will you be the one to seize it, or will someone else take your place in history? Imagine holding in your hand a coin that could change your life forever. A coin no ordinary collector would dismiss. A coin so rare, so valuable, that even seasoned numismatists stop in their tracks when it appears. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1986p Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar coin error, a coin that, in the right hands, could fetch an astonishing $963,000 in today's market. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $1 million for a coin that most people casually slide into their pocket. Now, pause for a moment. How many of those quarters have you spent without thinking twice? The irony is delicious. What if one of those quarters was hiding a fortune right under your nose? This is more than just a story about metal and minting mistakes, it's about opportunity, timing, and the thrill of discovery. From the moment this coin was struck in 1986 at the Philadelphia Mint, it quietly embarked on a journey that would ultimately turn it into one of the most sought-after coins in America. So, what makes this particular Washington quarter so extraordinary? The answer lies in its error, a rare minting anomaly that transformed an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Errors in coins are like whispers of history. They are small accidents that the mint didn't intend, yet they become priceless artifacts over time. This 1986p Mint quarter error falls into that category. Its rarity is so pronounced that even the most seasoned coin collectors would recognize its significance instantly. Imagine walking into a coin shop or opening an old change jar at home and discovering one of these treasures. Your heart would race. The fear of missing out, knowing someone else could snag it before you, it triggers a rush of adrenaline that's hard to replicate elsewhere. The excitement builds as you realize the value isn't just sentimental, it's tangible, measurable, and life-changing. And here's a fun thought: most people spend quarters on coffee or parking meters, completely unaware that their pocket change might be worth nearly $1 million. Crazy, right? Now, let's take a closer look at the coin itself. Its Philadelphia P mint mark, subtle engravings, and unique imperfections tell a story of craftsmanship, chance, and history colliding in a single piece of metal. These small details are why collectors are willing to pay astronomical prices. They are chasing something rare, something finite, something that cannot be recreated. Every glance at this coin is a reminder that true value often hides in plain sight, and fortune favors those who recognize it. Here's the hard truth: coins like the 1986 P mint quarter era are disappearing fast. Each passing day, the few remaining specimens move quietly into private collections, sealed away and out of reach. The window of opportunity is shrinking. If you've ever held a coin with a mint mark anomaly, or even a quarter that feels different, you might be sitting on more than just currency. You could be sitting on a life-altering investment. And here's the kicker: while the market today places a staggering $963,000 value on this coin, history shows these prices only climb. Rare coins aren't just collectibles, they are stores of wealth, bridges to legacy, and keys to a lifestyle most only dream about. Imagine passing this treasure down, not just as a coin, but as a symbol of foresight, boldness, and good fortune. So, the next time you empty your pockets or sift through an old change jar, stop and look carefully. That ordinary-looking quarter might just be the most valuable coin you'll ever own. Don't let opportunity slip through your fingers, because in the world of rare coins, hesitation can cost you more than just money. It can cost you a chance at greatness. Remember, fortune favors the vigilant, and sometimes, it's hidden in the smallest of places, waiting for someone brave enough to claim it. Imagine holding a piece of American history in the palm of your hand, a coin minted over half a century ago, overlooked by millions, yet quietly carrying a fortune within its metallic edges. This isn't just any quarter. This is the 1966 no-mint mark Washington quarter, a coin so rare and unique that collectors and investors alike are scrambling to get their hands on it. The kind of coin that could instantly transform an ordinary collection into a treasure trove worth hundreds of thousands. $964,000 to be exact in today's market. Now, you might be thinking, a quarter? That's just 25 cents. But pause for a moment. How often do something so small and seemingly ordinary hold the power to change a life? Most people toss these coins into jars, never suspecting the staggering value lying dormant. And here's where the urgency hits: you could be sitting on a hidden fortune right now without even knowing it. Don't let fear or hesitation rob you of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But before we dive into the incredible details, let me ask you this: have you ever felt that thrill of discovering something rare, something so valuable that it makes your heart race and your mind spin? That's exactly what today's journey is all about. And yes, there might be a few laughs along the way. After all, it's not every day you realize a coin in your pocket could outshine your retirement fund. The story of the 1966 no-mint mark Washington quarter is as fascinating as it is lucrative. Unlike quarters minted in Philadelphia or Denver, this coin carries no mint mark at all, a detail that might seem minor, but in the world of numismatics, this is the golden ticket. Due to production anomalies and the mass transition of coinage at the time, only a select few of these quarters exist in pristine, collectible condition. The rarity is undeniable, and demand is off the charts. Collectors are not just chasing a coin, they are chasing history, prestige, and the undeniable thrill of owning something nearly unattainable. Picture attending a coin auction, the room buzzing with anticipation, and knowing that in your hands rests the very quarter that could command nearly $1 million. The excitement, the competition, it's electric. And yes, there's a healthy dose of fear here too: fear of missing out, fear of hesitation, because in this market, hesitation can literally cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. And now, let's sprinkle in a little reality check: not every coin in your pocket is a golden ticket. But when it comes to the 1966 no-mint mark Washington quarter, the odds are in favor of those who act decisively. And here's a pattern interrupt: imagine explaining to your grandkids that you once held a coin worth more than your first car, and then casually bought it a lemonade. Sometimes history has a sense of humor, doesn't it? Every detail counts: the year, the absence of a mint mark, the condition, the story behind its creation. And each of these factors combines to make this coin one of the most sought-after treasures in the world of rare coins today. This is not just a collectible, it is a symbol of exclusivity, wealth, and refined taste, a must have for anyone serious about their financial and historical legacy. So, where does that leave you? Right at the precipice of an extraordinary opportunity. The 1966 no-mint Mark Washington quarter is not a novelty, it is a highly demanded asset that whispers stories of the past while holding incredible financial promise for the future. Each passing day, collectors, investors, and passionate enthusiasts are racing to claim theirs, driving prices higher, and creating a sense of urgency that cannot be ignored. Imagine finally taking that leap, securing a piece of history, and watching as your decision transforms from curiosity to a financial triumph. This is your chance to step into a world where knowledge, timing, and insight converge to create wealth in the most elegant and thrilling way possible. And let's be honest, how often does a coin in your pocket carry this much power? The opportunity is real, it's tangible, and it's waiting for the bold, the informed, and the visionary. So, if you've ever dreamed of turning a simple discovery into a momentous success, the 1966 no-mint Mark Washington quarter is calling. Don't let hesitation steal your chance. The clock is ticking, the market is moving, and history rewards those who act decisively. This is more than a coin. It is your doorway to legacy, prestige, and the excitement of owning something truly remarkable. The question now is simple: are you ready to claim what could be the crown jewel of your collection?